Today I'm thinking about e-commerce. So get on your thinking caps. E-commerce. What is e-commerce? It's a very broad term, and the easiest way I can describe it is it's sales channels online. It's marketing and sourcing products and services all online. You don't have to store any products. You don't have to store any inventory. There's minimal, if not very little, relatively speaking, upfront costs, as well as profit margins are largely up to you. And I say largely because, of course, it's the market that will end up determining the price. You don't want to outprice your consumers, of course, but you can ultimately decide the profit margin as long as people are willing to pay that price. And what's beautiful about e-commerce is you can do it from anywhere in the world and market to anywhere in the world. That's why a lot of countries outside of the U.S. and particularly outside of the West are able to profit greatly from e-commerce, especially for despite them being in their countries, because the Western dollar, specifically the U.S. dollar, is a lot more valuable than most other, we'll say, currencies in the world. And so when USD is converted into foreign currencies, it ends up making them rich. So that's why e-commerce seems to be a a very lucrative way to generate income in this day and age with moderately to little levels of work. We're going to talk about that in a second too. Now, this is different from affiliate marketing. I want to differentiate that. Affiliate marketing is marketing products and services that other people use, that other people sell, and you keep the commissions in the middle. So it's a little different. The similarities are that it's all online, and you're not necessarily, depending on your e-commerce method, you're not necessarily marketing other people's products. Sometimes you're marketing your own products that you create and you are able to distribute across multiple online sales channels, including social media networks. You see all those Facebook ads, you see Amazon, you see Etsy, you see eBay, all these e-commerce sales channels. That's how they're able to market and distribute all of these various products and services for that matter. But today we're going to look at mostly from the product standpoint. So I'm thinking about this because I myself have started myself in e-commerce in a couple of different ways. And I'm thinking about it because there are millionaires being made from e-commerce business. And it, at any age, there are 15-year-olds making $100,000 a month or more just doing e-commerce. There are 55 plus year olds making $100,000 or more per month. It's just crazy, astronomical how much wealth, first of all, is out there, and second of all, how easily, I put quotes on that, how easily it can be made. And I question that because do they deserve it? Now that's arguable because it also depends on their background. It depends on who they are. You know, they say that money amplifies the person, and so if you say, didn't go to college, or you don't have very much work experience, you just don't have very much life experience. Like, let's say you're a 15-year-old. There's nothing wrong necessarily for a 15-year-old to get into e-commerce and making that kind of money in itself. But again, money amplifies that kid, that teenager. What are they going to do with that money? What use is it to them? Sure, they can invest in real estate if they're smart. They can get into cryptocurrency. They can start their own business. Money is freedom. Freedom to largely do what you want on a day-to-day basis, for the most part. That's really what financial freedom is allowing you to do. It's allowing you to take control of your time and your energy on a day-to-day basis. And so it's very interesting, because these, say, 15-year-olds who don't have the life experience, they might not necessarily know A, what to do with that money in a logical, responsible manner, but B, they just they might not have the education to put it to good use, or they might just spend it frivolously. It's very different from someone, say, 55 plus. So let's go through this chronologically. So that's if a 15-year-old millionaire was made. Someone like me who's at 24, let's say it's 25, a 25-year-old making this kind of money in e-commerce, overall, through all these ages, it can be seen as a good thing and a bad thing. There's positives and negatives. Positives for a 25-year-old doing so, especially someone like me. I'm college educated. I've got 2 bachelor's degrees. Um, got a little bit of work experience, not very much, relatively speaking, but it would allow me to jumpstart my my own social career. It would allow me to start a family in the next decade or so. It would open up opportunities for me in my lifetime now that will ultimately benefit me in the long run. Now, if you're a 35-year-old, let's say you've got some work experience behind you, you may have educational experience, you've got life experience, and so maybe you have a family, you're trying to take care of your family. That's a great thing. You've got e-commerce as a way to generate income for yourself and to take care of your family, and you're able to start a business if you wanted to on the side. You're able to have that financial freedom. You could retire, friends with family. Sky is the limit. Whatever you need taken care of, that's a good time in your life to be making that kind of money relatively passively. It's not completely passively, because you still have to put in the work. Right? Unless you're hiring an agency, you're probably going to be running social media ads. You're also going to be managing your product lineup, making sure that your supply chain is in order and taking care of any issues that may come up. So it's semi-passive income, I'm going to call it. And then let's think about a 55 plus year old in e-commerce. They might start thinking about retirement and at that age. And so to them, e-commerce could be a retirement plan. And what a what a great plan that is. And plus, they've got much more life experience at that point to say to know rather how how the world works and how to market effectively. Maybe without an ad agency, even. They probably have more connections. They might, I'll say, have more connections in corporate and other areas of their life from years past that can help them to elevate their digital presence. And hopefully that they have family to be able to help them with any technical aspects they might need assistance with. And so e-commerce is can be very beneficial at any age, but the other thing I'm thinking about with this is, do they deserve it? Do they earn it? Because I'm all about, you have to earn what you want in this life. You have to earn the money. And so if I'm drop shipping, we'll talk about that in a sec. If I'm drop shipping or if I'm printing on demand, which is what I'm doing, is that really the right way to make money? But I think that also goes back to, what kind of person are you? Money amplifies. And so if you are a good hearted family man, let's say, and you get money, that's going to amplify your ability to do so. But if you are a, let's say, extreme scenario, or maybe even marginal scenario, a rich, spoiled kid gets $1 million in e-commerce in a year. What do you think that rich, spoiled kid is going to do? That that person, that personality, what they care about, who they are, matters more than how they get the money, how you earn your money. Gary Vee has even said this before. How you earn your money matters more, the same, if not more, than how you earn the money, if that makes any sense. I don't think that made any sense. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. It how you make the money matters than the money actually being